All right, now I wasn't just gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Sneakers are back in 2025. And no, I'm not talking about sneaker resale, but what I'm talking about is the passion, the excitement, the hype. People are getting excited for new releases again. I feel like them Black Cat 3s really kind of like set the tone for 2025. That was a good release that a lot of people were excited about. We got the new Nigel 4s on the way. I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. I feel like you could put Nigel right up there with Travis Scott as one of Jordan Brand's top brand ambassadors. If you look at things traditionally from a corporate side of things, from Jordan Brand, you know, traditionally they've always gone with the athlete first. Of course, they did have to use Travis Scott, you know, for his hip hop influence. But when you look at Nigel Sylvester, it makes perfect sense, being as that he's an athlete first, but he also still fits in like with the hip hop world and everything. So it kind of feels like a perfect match. Is he going to be the new face of the brand? We're going to speak on those new Nigel 4s, but we also got to talk about Yeezys because that's exciting as well. People feel like it's kind of, the game has been missing, you know, the Yeezy touch. It just brings more competition to the bigger corporate brands. And with Yeezy going fully independent, you know, things are going to be shaking up a lot right now. So we just got the new SL1s. Ye debuted his newest Yeezy design, which for 2025, man, we already started with a new Yeezy line, which he actually dropped on Christmas, if you guys recall. That was actually on Christmas. But as far as timing, I feel like that's what it's all about. Last year, as far as the first year of independency for Yeezy and Ye, there was a few bumps in the road, but we did get the Yeezy pods. We got some new Gosha stuff. We got the Vultures merch. We also got Vultures 1, but Vultures 2 kind of felt rushed. It kind of felt like they just threw it out there. And my belief with that whole situation, if you guys recall, there was some type of like internal record label contract beefs or whatever with Ty Dolla $ign, which, don't quote me on this, I want to say Ty Dolla $ign is signed to like Atlantic Records or something like that. But if you guys recall, they won a little piece of Vultures 1. So I believe they kind of threw Vultures 2 out there just for kind of contractual obligations and everything to get the business straight. Now that that's all settled, 2025 is going to be a huge year for Yeezy. So we just got the SL1, which is like a sleek, new, minimalistic footwear design. I feel like them joints are really nice. If they were to come from, let's say, like Balenciaga, they probably would have charged like $1,000 plus. People would have thought they were the coolest thing. All the fashion heads would be dropping them. But since they're coming from Yeezy for just 20 bucks, of course, there's gonna be a lot of critics, but I would say there's really nothing bad to say about these for 20 bucks. You gotta love it. Now, of course, to keep the hype and momentum rolling, Ye being Ye, he had to, you know, keep the marketing going. He previewed a new Yeezy sneaker here, actually. So I guess they're calling these the BL1s for the bullies or whatever you wanna call it. It seems like Ye's keeping the bully theme rolling rather than playing the victim. He's looking to bully the whole industry. Now, as far as the first reactions to this one is major because, you know, so far we've had the pods, we got the new little slip-on joints, but this one is kind of taking things back to the traditional sneaker realm where Ye and Yeezy, Adidas, they were so disruptive, you know, in the industry. So this is kind of getting things back to true form, which I feel like a lot of Yeezy enthusiasts were very excited about. The initial reactions were a whole bunch of people excited. Everybody was rocking with these right here. But then when you kind of take things into like the social media realm where you get a lot more hate than love, I would say the reaction was kind of mixed. More so on the negative side, I've seen a lot of the criticism behind this shoe right here was that they kind of look like grandpa shoes, which I understand where people are coming from, but they're not looking at it from the right point of view. You see, when I look at this shoe, well, I actually think right here, this is all just speculation, but when I look at this shoe right here, the first thing that comes to mind is the New Balance 574. Classic, iconic shoe. People have been rocking them for years, and they're also affordable. I feel like that's one of the big factors that always made that shoe a big seller. They've been dropping them joints forever. I want to say since like the 80s or maybe even before that or something like that. And the crazy ironic thing about the fact that this shoe, to me, feels like it's inspired by the New Balance 574 is due to the fact that the 574 is a classic sneaker designed by Steven Smith, who at the same time happens to be an ex-Yeezy designer credited for classics such as the Wave Runners, Foam Runners, plus a whole bunch of other crazy Yeezy designs. So he is no longer with Yeezy, of course. It seems like he kind of left on bad terms or whatever. So it's just so Ye, it's just so Kanye for him to design a new sneaker which could be inspired by a shoe designed by an ex-Yeezy employee. So I feel like that's so Ye. I chuckle when I think about it and I kind of love it. So You already know I'm rocking with these right here. Now, another shoe that people felt like this was inspired by would be the Yeezy 700 due to the upper, featuring that laceless design technology that we saw introduced, I want to say with the MNVNs or minivans, you know, the old Adidas 700 joints. So to me, they're kind of like a hybrid between the New Balance 574 and say the Yeezy 700. And I love it. I would be definitely in the market to grab a sneaker like this, and who knows, maybe this could just be a sample. Maybe they could be making some more touches to this model right here, but you never know when it comes to Ye. He could have just been teasing this. This may be a sneaker that never actually drops, but he did say that he was actually working on like 10 different other Yeezy designs over the last couple of years. So maybe this could be one of those designs. We got the slippers. We got potentially the BL-1s dropping soon. I'm loving it. And you got to be excited, you know, if you're a Yeezy fan. Now, can he pull this off at 20 bucks? That's a good question, because that's been a theme, you know, centered around all of these Yeezy releases, the $20 price point. So if you look at it, I feel like he could pull them off for 20 bucks. Like I think Walmart, places like H&M, stuff like that, they sell affordable footwear. I don't know if it's as cheap as 20 bucks, but I think they could definitely pull it off based off the look. Wow, I wouldn't say these are like blowing me away as giving like designer vibes. They are looking affordable, but they still look quality at the same time. So I would definitely be excited to see what this is all about as far as the BL-1s, and with Ye teasing new footwear. Who knows, maybe we'll see some new footwear tees from him as well. My request would be, can we get a new Yeezy boot or something like that? Even if it's not 20 bucks, like, yeah, you could drop them for 50. People will still eat them up. So as far as Yeezy footwear, while I would say the masses may not gravitate towards the concept of $20 footwear, I feel like for his core fan base, they're gonna love it. And he could even attract a new audience, because remember, with this mission that he's trying to do, it feels like he's trying to bully these corporations, take things down, expose them for their high markup prices and all that good stuff. So I feel like that could, you know, be an attractive concept or idea for a lot of people. Maybe they weren't even fans of Ye or Yeezys before, but they love the idea of affordability and really like sticking it to the man, if you guys know what I'm saying right here. So 2025, it looks like it's gonna be a huge year for Yeezy. I want to see some boots. Let me know what you guys think down below. And for these new Nigel 4s, now remember when we first saw the initial leaks of this shoe right here, which were giving off like a real orange vibe, people were kind of hating on them at first, but it feels like that narrative has definitely changed. It seems like the hype is beginning to build for this upcoming release, and people are already calling these the collab of the year, which is wild to think. Is what, like January 15th? The month isn't even halfway through. We're only in January and people are already making claims of like sneaker of the year or collaboration of the year, which is absolutely crazy how people be flip-flopping so fast. But as far as this one, they did the little brick by brick activation out there in New York City, pump faking everybody thinking they were gonna get an early pair of them joints. A whole bunch of people pulled up to that event for them to just hand out t-shirts, and now they had this little special Jordan brand Illuminati initiation is what it felt like, low key. You guys remember that like whole record label orientation thing with Bobby Shmurda, where he had to like jump on the desk performing his songs and everything like that for the label to get signed? That's what this felt like right here with Jordan brand, with like the dim lighting and everything like that. It was kind of weird, but this was the first look, I guess official look from Jordan brand on feet, you know, presenting these out to the world of the new Nigel Sylvester 4s. I guess they're calling them brick by brick. The colorway is firewood orange. So these joints, I'm not even gonna lie, man, I'm talking a whole bunch of trash, but them joints low-key are super fire right here, especially with a white pair of socks like that and some shorts. I just feel like these are a clean look, just like the Nigel 4 RMs or whatever. So as far as Nigel Sylvester, you guys already know what time it is when it comes to him. Jordan brand's brand ambassador. I said he's right up there with Travis Scott. So you kind of got to look at it from the corporate side of things. Jordan brand, when they first started, as far as their brand ambassadors, they signed just a whole bunch of NBA athletes. It was like Eddie Jones, Mitch Richmond, a bunch of old ass dudes from back in the day. You know, as Jordan brand continued to expand, they then started to put out Jordan retros. Oh yeah, and before that, they started dropping Team Jordans as well. Then we got Jordan retros, and then there was kind of this shift in like the whole sneaker business where brand ambassadors started to not only be traditional athletes, but these sneaker companies started to sign rappers. So if you guys recall, there was like some early Adidas, Big Sean sneakers. I think 2 Chainz, Adidas, of course. We had Ye, Nike, the whole Ye Adidas thing. everything like that. And when you look at it, as far as sneaker companies signing these rappers as brand ambassadors, you know, they want that hip hop influence to expand, you know, rather than just being these like performance driven sneakers worn by athletes. They want these to be more lifestyle sneakers just worn by everybody. So that's where the whole hip hop influence comes into play. I'm even look it back all the way to the 80s with Run DMC and Adidas. You guys see what I'm talking about right here. So as far as these brands, they're looking to have these brand ambassadors connect their product to the audience. And as far as Travis Scott and Nike Jordan brand, that's been a historical run. These seem to be some of the most hype releases that we see drop every single time. But it feels like nowadays the audience, you know, they're getting a little smarter. You can't just give every rapper out here a collaboration and think people are gonna eat it up. They're looking for true brand ambassadors to kind of connect, tell their story to the audience. And it feels like, as far as a perfect fit, Nigel Sylvester would definitely fall in there. One, due to the fact that he's actually an athlete, a pro BMXer, but he also kind of fits into that hip hop world, if you guys know what I'm saying. So for Nike, it feels like this is a perfect match. And also when you compare Nigel Sylvester's journey through sneakers, you know, when you compare it to Travis Scott, it feels like when it comes to the Travis Scott collabs, they jumped out, giving him Jordan 4s, Jordan 1s, and now they're trying to push on these all original models, which seem to be kind of having a negative or mixed bag as far as the reaction. Seems like people are rocking with the Jumpman Jacks, but as far as them Zoomfield Jacks, the word on those is they're already being pushed back. People are looking at those as like the new Team Jordans of Travis Scott's, like the Mexican Travis Scott's. Shout out to all my Mexicans out there, but you guys know it's just a term we use in sneakers. So as far as Nigel's journey through sneakers, he did get the Nigel 1s, but last year he really proved himself with them Jordan 4 RMs. At the end of the day, them joints are Team Jordan, but with the Bike Air cosign and everything, it feels like it really brought out the sneaker community. And everybody's really embracing Nigel Sylvester with open arms. So it feels like he kind of took a different route than Travis Scott. And low key, man, like this might sound controversial to say, but I feel like he could even be in like past Travis Scott one day. I mean, you look at it like, as far as Jordan brand and Nike, they've always put the athletes first, and I feel like they're trying to get back there, and that's what this Nigel Sylvester look shows us right here. All right, so we got Travis out here promoting new Travis Scott golf merch, out here hanging with DJ Khaled. Wow, we got Nigel Sylvester out here doing his own little Jordan brand presentation. Now, Complex, they did put together this little look here at the upcoming shoe, which I ain't gonna lie, rather than that orange that we saw previously, these look a lot more red, of course. So let's go ahead and see what the people are talking about. You know, these Twitter comments can usually be ruthless, so let's go ahead and see what people are talking about. This dude Spark said, I don't know, it's something off with these. In my opinion, maybe it needs white laces. Not gonna lie, white laces would probably go far with these. Somebody put, I go crazy with these, even though I don't like them. What? Okay, I guess so. Somebody also put, damn, they're growing on me fast. Yeah, I feel like that seems to be kind of the, you know, major opinion of most people, or what the majority of people are saying. Mia said they go hard with a whole bunch of fire emojis. Hard. Pause, bro. A lot of hards in the chat right here. Somebody put great red, easily sneaker of the year. You see, this is where they got me messed up. When in January, people are saying sneaker of the year. Like, can we let the year at least get like halfway through maybe before we start throwing out these little claims? Jay said, I need these. Jeff Shen said that red, brick, tough, bruh, fire. So it seems like for the most part, people are definitely rocking with these. B Gay said, want a pair of these. Insane Nigel Sylvester, let me get one. But then somebody put ass. But it seems like for the most part, even on Complex page right here, people are rocking with these. So as I said it, man, Nigel's kind of that boy right now. As far as Jordan brand, right now you got Travis Scott hanging out with DJ Khaled. You got the Zoomfield Jacks reportedly being pushed back. Like, what's the deal with that? And then you got Nigel Sylvester getting the people excited for these new upcoming releases right here. So I guess the story is brick by brick. We just got the first look officially from Nigel Sylvester. They started the rollout. These joints are scheduled to drop coming up here in March. I mean, we're only in January. People are already getting excited for these. So I'm sure as the release continues to get closer and closer, the anticipation is going to build even more. I think we're going to start to see a lot more promo for this shoe, the rollout, including the storytelling and everything like that. So you got to love it right here. 2025 is going to be a huge year for Nigel Sylvester. And let's not forget, he also has a confirmed pair of Jordan 1s on the way as well. So it's only January. People are already excited about these. As I said in the beginning, I didn't want to just come out here saying it like that, but it kind of feels like the energy is beginning to change. And low key in 2025, it already feels like sneakers are back. So I appreciate you guys. Let me know what y'all think down below. I'll catch you guys next time. I'm J.A. and I'm out, y'all. Love.